Osrc News at 7. Security agencies assure Ondo residents of hitch-free Easter celebration. Presidency dismisses rumor rift between Tinubu and Shetima. Death toll rises in Benue herdsmen attack. From the foreign scene, boat fire kills over 100 in DR Congo. Security agencies in Ondo State have assured residents of each free Easter celebration across the state. According to them, appropriate measures to ensure that their personnel fulfill their responsibility towards ensuring a peaceful celebration have been put in place. Joy Pius now reports.
Amid the ongoing Easter celebration observed by communities in Ondo State, security agencies' measures have been put in place to ensure a peaceful celebration. The Ondo State Police Public Relations Officer said the command has put adequate measures in place with officials deployed to the 18 local government areas of the state to ensure a seamless festivity.
We have deployed that we also have deployed our men in plain clothes intelligence officers to be embedded in the interior part of the state, so as to ensure adequate security for this period. So again, I want to assure the people of Ondo State that the Ondo State Police Command have put every measure in place to ensure there are no security breaches during this period. You will keep seeing intensive patrol and visibility policing as see our main strategic points.
According to the public relations officer for the Nigeria, deployed with assurances of effective collaboration with other sister
can celebrate without any fear of security breach, and majorly we have our technical because we know that area to ensure that people can stay. Not just that alone, we have our special squad forming a joint task with the Nigerian police, the Amotekun, and the Nigerian army. We have them all over the 18 local governments in Ondo State.
For the sector commandization has been given to forestall any infraction, charging road users to drive with caution.
These personnel, both special and
security agencies advocate collective effort of all dwellers of Ondo State at ensuring a seamless Easter celebration.
State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has extended warm Easter greetings to students across the state and the nation, urging them to reflect on the deeper meaning and significance of the holy season. The governor conveyed his message in a brief statement shared on his official X handle. He called on Christians faithful to embrace the virtues of Easter, drawing lessons from the Holy Week, which he described as central to the Christian faith, highlighting the core message of hope and triumph embedded in the Eastern narrative. Abdulrazak emphasized the power of faith and perseverance. He concluded with a wish for the season to bring peace and joy to all homes across our states and beyond. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has called on perpetrators of violence to turn over a new leaf and embrace peace. In his Easter message issued through his media advisor, SMA Eyibo, Akpabio said the season should remind Nigerians of the virtues of love, sacrifice, and togetherness, exemplified by Jesus Christ. The Senate President said the increasing violence across the country was worrisome, urging perpetrators to reconsider their actions. Minister of Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, has reiterated the federal government's commitment to ensuring stability in the power sector. Adelabu gave the assurance in his Easter message to Nigerians. He said that the Ministry of Power remains steadfast in addressing challenges within Nigeria's energy sector. The minister called on Nigerians to support government's policies and initiatives, urging them to also always report illegal activities such as energy theft and tampering with power infrastructure. The minister, who described Easter as a period of unity and love and renewed hope. The presidency has dismissed rumors of a rift between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President Hashim Shettima accusing peddlers of deliberately orchestrating false narratives to sow discourse within the National Highest Office. The rebuttal issues by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nwocha, condemned what it described as a string of mischievous and totally fabricated reports aimed at misleading the public and manufacturing tensions between the President and his deputy. The statement follows a wave of viral publications, particularly from obscure blogs, alleging that Vice President Shettima had been denied access to the presidential villa by armed security operatives, a claim the presidency labeled as expression of wishful thinking. The statement emphasized that nothing of sorts ever happened. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has officially announced a change in the commencement date of the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, now scheduled to begin on Thursday, April 24, 2025, instead of the previously stated Friday, April 25, 2025. This development was disclosed in a statement signed by JAMB's Public Communication Advisor, Vivian Benjamin, and shared on the board's official X handle. In preparation for the exam, JAMB also announced that prospective candidates can now print their notification slips, which contain crucial details such as the examination date, venue, time, and other instructions necessary for a smooth examination experience. You're watching the news at 7. We'll take a break now. When we come back, the news continues. Please don't go away. Glad to have you back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.com. Follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Economic empowerment has become a major pillar in the fight against poverty in Nigeria. One initiative making notable strides in this regard is the Renewed Hope Initiative, spearheaded by the wife of the President of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. In this report, Blessing will takes a closer look at how the initiative is transforming lives across the country.
Economic empowerment aimed at reducing poverty and promoting self-reliance is gaining momentum across the nation. Across Nigeria, many women and youths are building sustainable livelihood through access to skills training, funding, and support services. Driving this push is the Renewed Hope Initiative, introduced in 2023 by the wife of the President, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Since its launch, the initiative has focused on empowering women, children, youths, and persons living with disabilities through programs spanning health, education, agriculture, and social investment. So far, over 500,000 Nigerians have benefited from the various intervention programs under the initiative. In 2024 alone, more than 120,000 women and youths received vocational training and business startup grants across the 6 geopolitical zones. Additionally, over 2,000 agricultural tools and inputs have been distributed to farmers to boost food security and create employment in rural areas. The initiative has also provided medical kits to more than 1,000 medical students across federal tertiary institutions to ease the burden of training costs.
The equipments are meant to be used by the midwife, and the cost of their attending to pregnant women. And we are very grateful for this, and we are going to make the best use of it to the benefit of the nation. We are very grateful to the First Lady.
It will be of great benefit, because if you see the rate of maternal deaths, you will then understand and appreciate what the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has done for us in Ondo State. It's going to curb maternal, child and maternal deaths. So it's a great one for us, and we're very happy that it's going to curb so many deaths that has been happening.
There are two things that Yoruba say: health and your stomach. Now, the president has done a lot in terms of agriculture and encouraging people to come back to the farm. And now he's now saying, let's now go to health. So I think it's not that I think, it's a project, it is a program that should be celebrated.
Beneficiaries have shared heartfelt testimonials on how the initiative has helped them start new businesses, expand existing ventures, and gain financial independence.
It will help us in carrying inputs and produce from one point to the other. The wheelbarrow will be used, it's everything. The knapsack is for spraying. So herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides is very useful for our women.
And we really appreciate this from the wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. We really appreciate her a lot for being there for us to assist to boost our farming projects.
With economic empowerment at its core, the Renewed Hope Initiative continues to push forward its mission, ensuring every Nigerian household has the opportunity to thrive. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
The Director General and Chief Executive of Osrc Media Group, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, has commended the wife of the President, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for a zeal to enhance the health and women of women and children through a Free to Shine initiative, which was inaugurated in Ondo State during the week. In a statement, the Director General acknowledged the intention of the initiative geared towards ensuring a life free from HIV and AIDS, hepatitis, and syphilis, especially for young women and children in the Southwest, hinging the gesture on a visionary leadership. Mr. Odushola Stevenson said the Free to Shine initiative is a branch of the Renewed Hope agenda, saying that it will also help its parts in the fields to take improved healthcare delivery to the jobs that later the host, down Lucky Aida to Oluwashio Oluwashio for the success of the initiative and other giant strides to develop the health sector. Former Governor of Abia State, Okezi Piazzo, has dismissed reports that he accused his successor, Alex Oti, of claiming credit for projects initiated under his administration. Piazzo disclosed that he has not issued any statements regarding the current administration in Abia State since leaving office, and dismissed the report as the handiwork of those he described as merchants of evil and lazy bloggers. In a statement by his spokesman, Onyebuchi Ememaka, Piazzo described the social media reports as false, misleading and maliciously crafted to stir confusion and gain cheap online traffic. The former governor warned that legal actions are being initiated against individuals and bloggers responsible for the fabricated stories. He also warned social media users against sharing unverified information, reminding the public that both the creation and dissemination of falsehood are punishable under the law. The Nigeria Police Force Kogi State Command has commenced investigation into the alleged attack on the family house of Natasha in the Obei-Bahihima Okeyi local government area of Kogi State. A statement by the command spokesman William Aya said that the investigation followed a report that the house was attacked by some unknown hoodlums. It was gathered that some hoodlums numbering about 3 armed with cutlasses invaded the family house of the senator and damaged some front window glasses. The state commissioner of police, Mila Dantawai, was said to have directed the deputy commissioner of police in charge of the criminal investigation department to commence an immediate and discreet investigation into the alleged attack to ascertain its cause with the view to apprehending the perpetrators and bringing them to justice. Tragedy occurred in the early hours of today when a partially occupied old three-story building suddenly collapsed at Ojodubeya area of Lagos State, trapping unspecified number of occupants in the process. So far, at least 9 victims have been rescued from the rubble of the collapsed building. As the old building was partially occupied as no occupants living in the 3 floors, while the ground floor was being occupied by an eatery. According to an eyewitness, Femi Sahid, the incident happened at about 9 a.m. as residents were still basking in the festival mode of Easter, being celebrated by Christians around the world. As at 2 p.m., men of Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, as well as Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, were trying to rescue trapped victims from the rubble, and those rescued have been rushed to hospital for treatment. The cause of the collapse was yet to be ascertained at first time, but the director, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, who confirmed the number of the rescued victims, said there could be other trapped victims as rescue operation continues. Meanwhile, the death toll from the herdsmen attack on Ukum and Logo local government areas of Benue State has risen to 20 as security forces from the affected communities in search of survivors. The governor of Benue State, Hayasin Alia, in a chat with journalists, gave details of the casualty figures. According to him, 5 corpses were rescued earlier in Badur and taken to the morgue, but later civilians searching for their loved ones discovered 2 more corpses. He said a family in Badur that insisted on burying their relatives immediately had been provided cover letter by security forces to perform brief burial rites. According to the governor, the police, while also responding to the simultaneous attacks in Logo, recovered 12 corpses, which were also deposited at the mortuary, bringing the total casualty figure to 20 persons killed in a coordinated attack by the suspected herdsmen hit a community in Hong Adamawa State, causing destruction to valuable properties. Reports say that the terrorists reportedly stormed Dabna village in Yadun Dugagwa district of Hong local government area, bearing spearing weapons and IEDs. Witnesses said the terrorists occupied and burnt houses, properties, and hoisted their flag of conquest. The invasion of Dabna came barely 3 days after Banga, a suburb of Garaha close Sambisa forest of neighboring Borno State, was attacked. 7 people were killed and several houses and cars were destroyed in the attack. In the meantime, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, has visited communities that were recently attacked by gunmen in Basa local government area of Plateau State. It should be recalled that on April 2, gunmen attacked Kote, Joshua, Dapo, and other communities in Bangona district of the locality. Similarly, gunmen attacked Zike and Kimapa communities of Kwal district, Iredwe Chiefdom of Basa. In both incidents, the attackers killed scores and destroyed many houses and other properties. The minister commiserated with the families of those who lost their loved ones, expressed government's commitment to the safety of lives and property. Badaru further said that government would engage all stakeholders in the affected communities towards curbing the cycle of killing in the state. At least 143 people have died and dozens more went missing after a boat carrying fuel caught fire and capsized in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It was gathered that hundreds of passengers were crowded onto a wooden boat on the Congo River in northwest DRC when the blaze broke out. The disaster occurred near Mbadaka, capital of Equator Province, and the confluence of the Ruki and the vast Congo River, the world's deepest. Joseph Lukondo, a local civil society leader who said he helped bury the bodies, put the provisional death toll at 145, some burned, others drowned. Lukondo said the blaze was caused by a fuel explosion ignited by an onboard cooking fire. Concern is growing over the economic fallout from U.S. President Donald Trump's global tariffs. The U.S. Federal Reserve is warning Trump's trade policies could slow economic growth and lead to higher prices. Comment by the Reserve's Chairman Jerome Powell have shaken U.S. stock market. Blessing will be has details.
A jittery stock market plunged once again as Wall Street responded to the latest salvos in a global trade war. The Dow Jones fell by almost 2% at closing Wednesday.
Good to be back in Chicago.
The decline came as Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell warned in a Chicago address that President Trump's tariff will likely slow the U.S. economy and raise prices.
The level of tariff increases announced so far is significantly larger than anticipated, and the same is likely to be true of the economic effects, which will include higher inflation and slower growth.
Powell's word rolled a nervous market already falling on the news that AI chip giant NVIDIA revealed that the U.S. government has imposed new restrictions on its chip exports to China. The slides in the Dow marked a year-to-date decline of nearly 7%.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney General.
In California, Governor Gavin Newsom made his state the first to sue the Trump administration over tariffs, saying Trump illegally used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to circumvent Congress.
This is serious, and we need to take it seriously. Again, no state has more to lose.
He can't do it. Bottom line, Trump doesn't have the singular power to radically upend the country's economic landscape.
That move added to the uncertainty that Powell and other analysts say will contribute to an increasingly slowing economy. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
To end the Osrc News at 7, here again are some of the major stories. We told you that security agencies in Ondo State have assured residents of adequate protection of their lives and property before, during, and after Easter celebrations. We also told you that the presidency has dismissed the rumors peddling around that there is rift between President Bola Tinubu and his vice Kashim Shettima, describing it as expression of wishful thinking. Lastly, we told you that no fewer than 145 people have lost their lives after a boat caught fire in Democratic Republic of Congo. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.